Hello everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to 2xTheGrind. We're here for episode 16 and we missed you guys. It's been a week since our last episode.
2 weeks.
Sorry.
Because we missed last week.
We missed a week since the last time we recorded. It's been a while. But I hope everybody's good. We actually are coming to you with just audio today because we are still transitioning into our new space, which we are pretty damn confident will be next week. So the next episode that comes out next Wednesday should be in our brand new space with all the exciting stuff that comes along with it. It'll be really cool. The bells and whistles.
For the record, we've said that like 2 weeks, but that was because of me. Because I was like really trying to push it, but it just didn't. It took a little bit longer.
Life happens.
It took a little bit longer with both of us working and people's schedules and painting and all.
Well, we're having construction done, so it's it is what it is. But we get told certain things and stuff happens and people don't show up or whatever it is. So
Paulo.
No.
They'll be listening to this.
So we are going to be transitioning to a new space. Literally, I think. Yeah, it will be very, very soon. So the only problem that we have is that we're going to have to do it like kind of through the major that I have coming up.
We'll be able to do it.
So, but yeah.
We just need, at the end, like now we got to paint the one wall. Everything else is painted. It's literally just one wall that needs to be painted.
Yeah.
And then get the LED lights and put up the logo.
Absolutely. I must say though, the basement is coming together.
It is.
It is coming together.
Almost there.
We're so excited to share it with you guys. We can't wait. It's going to be absolutely epic.
We're going to have to do like a couple tours, a house, like a basement tour.
Yeah, absolutely.
All kinds of stuff.
We really need to.
What are we talking about today?
We're talking about, of course, everyone knows what we're talking about today.
Not me.
Oh, of course you do. We're talking about Infinite.
Halo.
Yeah, we're dedicating this episode to Halo Infinite. Well, talk a tiny mini little bit about the major.
Let's talk Call of Duty stuff first.
Okay. We'll talk
get it out of the way.
Yeah, well,
I feel like that's kind of a routine for the most part.
Yeah,
Call
it
of
is.
Duty,
but I want to dedicate this to Halo Infinite mostly because of obviously what's come to light and stuff. Really fun stuff's coming out. So yeah, I'm very excited to talk about it. Okay, so let's start. Obviously, what are we drinking today? That is the question. What have you got, P?
We are kind of being lazy again and drinking some Illy coffee. It's our favorite coffee. Last time we had Starbucks. Today we have Illy. We don't want to.
We have something up our sleeve.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Did we say?
No.
Oh no.
Let's not say it.
Yeah.
We have actually a special.
We have a special coffee to
saved
go with
for our first episode in our new. That sounds so weird. In the basement. In our new space for the podcast in the studio. So, yeah. We're saving that one because it's super pretty and we want you guys to see it.
The ratings will continue next week.
Yeah, well, we're gonna rate this one anyway. We got one that we love.
We already did Illy.
No, it's a different Illy.
Oh.
It's a different Illy.
Okay.
We've got a red Illy and a brown Illy. One is like the original blend and one's like the stronger espresso blend.
Gotcha.
We have the stronger espresso blend right now.
That's my jam.
It's delicious. It is really good. We will rate it at the end, but it's very smooth. It's an Italian coffee called Illy. It's one of my favorites. It's one of my go-tos.
Is it called Illy?
Illy.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
I didn't realize that. I actually.
Oh, it's called Illy. You didn't know that?
Oh, I knew it was. But
sorry,
is that how you pronounce it, though?
It's Illy.
Is that how you pronounce it? Okay.
Yeah.
I was just making sure.
Like Call of Duty Illy.
Okay. Whoa. Collab?
Oh, collab. Anyway, let's talk about Call of Duty first. So, obviously, we have Major 4 coming up, but it's not just the Major 4. It is LAN.
Back to LAN
in Dallas. The players are already there. By the time you're watching this...
Are they really?
Huh?
Are they really already there?
Yeah.
When did the matches start? Thursday?
Yeah. They'll be there doing all of the stuff.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
They're like 3 days early.
But not only that. Most of them are from Dallas.
Yeah. I
guess
guess not much of a travel.
They've probably gone there, done some media and stuff.
Because like normal events, you're there like the day before. Like play on a Friday, get in on Thursday.
Yeah, but this is like a big deal. This is like getting everybody like kind of back into it again. Like I would, They
probably got a bunch of media stuff to do. I mean,
and also you got to remember, people watching this are watching this on a Wednesday or listening to this on a Wednesday. That's the day
true.
before
So
the
they're
major.
not there already. I was just thinking like that they're already there on like a Tuesday, and I was like, man, whoa. But then I forgot matches are on Thursday. Yeah. So it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if people were there on Tuesday. I know my producers went there literally Sunday night. Literally on a plane Sunday night. Our technician Joe left middle of Sunday.
Yeah.
So he was like, if you
Damn.
have any tech issues, let David and people know. I was
That's
like, okay.
crazy.
Yeah, he had to go.
You know how much money it must cost to like, I mean, like obviously for esports it's like one thing, but like I was just thinking of like, because golfers do something really similar for like their tournaments, like big tournaments. They'll go out like the week before. They must pay so much money on like accommodations. Is that the right word?
Accommodation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn though.
Damn. Gordon Ramsay dams.
Left Sunday of the event to go get ready for another event. That's intense.
Yeah, well, it's the life of
Back to LAN.
It's the life of a crew member and talent.
Back to LAN, baby.
Yeah, back to LAN. So excited to. I'm just excited. Obviously, I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be at home with the rest of the talent. There was actually a weird little uproar about that.
Yeah, there was.
Wasn't there? I didn't even see it. So what happened?
People are just really mad about it. I don't know why.
But people tell us all the time. Like people tweet us and chat goes crazy and Reddit and stuff, telling like hurry up, we don't want to listen to you, we don't care, snooze, z. And it's like, okay, but now you're mad that we're not going. This is weird to me. This is new.
I think I think it's one of those things, people don't know what they want at the end of the day. And like, the grass is always greener kind of thing. Oh, stop casting and get to the matches. And then when you're like in a position where I think matches will hopefully go actually quicker because casters don't have to rotate. They're just already literally there at their setups ready to go, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was interesting. I think because there's a couple weird stuff about it, which I guess I can understand. We don't have to like dive into it, but I guess it's like Overwatch apparently is having like LAN with fans and stuff like that, which is like, so I don't know anything about it, so I don't really want to talk about it. Yeah, but there's just like this weird, like people feel weird about it kind of thing.
Well.
But we're moving in the right direction.
I actually did a radio interview today and I had the same question happen.
Yeah.
And it's more so like people have to realize like these events don't just happen overnight. Yeah. They are planned very, very strategically in advance. So like this was planned in advance to the point where things were just about ready to open up. This was planned. And like at the time, it was like, no, fans cannot go. Mm-hmm. Like that's kind of how it, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, well, that's the caution that they have to take to keep everybody safe within their guidelines. So like when LAN did come around, has come around now, people are more comfortable, mandates have been lifted, but at the time that hadn't, and there was no idea whether that would have been a thing or not. There was no idea how many vaccines would have been handed out, so it's like they can't do anything about that because they haven't accommodated to those guidelines. At
the time that they were like probably planning this stuff out, exactly. I mean, you know, who knows at what state the world was at,
so it just but you never know for the next ones. Like, it's just one of those things.
We're moving in the right direction.
We are moving in the right direction,
and I think that hopefully the fact that to be honest with you,
it's more important that the players
I was going to say,
anything.
People were like super mad about the casters not being there and stuff. And like, I feel like, don't get me wrong. I know like from a talent perspective, like you can obviously comment on this. It's going to be weird not being at a LAN event, while other people are. Yeah. But like for a player, for the most part, like it's weird not having fans there way more than talent. Like you don't see the talent at an event, casting and all that stuff. And even as a fan, like for the most part, they've done a couple different, like not studio formats. What's the word I'm looking for? Like structures where you actually see the casters, not like at some events. So I guess like now maybe fans have gotten used to like seeing you on the desk with and but for the most part, it's weird that was a topic. But
so yeah, very excited back to LAN. I don't really have anything to really say, to be honest.
Who's gonna win
about it? Who's gonna win? Well. Honestly, it's kind of an interesting competition right now because I think it's going to be really hard to break phase. They are just like ridiculous, and All Stage have literally all been just working on their map pool and extending that and deepening that map pool. So it's going to be really hard to break them, especially coming to a grand finals of a best of 9 potentially. Right now they're just playing ridiculous Call of Duty just all over, so it's really hard. But New York are going to struggle. Yeah, because
they probably got a sub.
Yeah, they've got a sub, Decimate.
Is it 100%?
100% confirmed, Decimate, yeah.
Okay. Is ASIM 100% not going?
Yeah, currently, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
It's way too. I mean, it's happening.
Yeah, I forget that it's like in 2 days now, so I guess it makes sense that you probably got to lock it in.
Yeah.
I think FaZe are the favorite to win it. I mean, not rocket science, right?
No, it's not.
I'm really excited to see Ultra because they
Me
were
too.
all playing from Canada.
Yeah.
Toronto, the Bell Fiber. I'm gonna go out on a limb. Not that we're not talking a lot of Call of Duty, but you can tell me if you kind of feel the same real quick. Optic need a top 3.
Yeah, and they also
NYSL
talk a
not
big
there.
talk as well. They've been talking a big talk. They've been saying about how they've got the worst ping in the league.
Had they?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, they
I didn't
said
even
that in
know
an
that.
interview
I
to
didn't
me.
even know that ping thing. Oh.
Said on an interview to me. Oh
I
boy.
didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the worst ping in the league.
Yeah.
You're from Texas,
Yeah.
playing against other people from Texas.
I
Maybe
can't.
he meant like versus like some other teams. I guess I don't know. A weird.
I don't think
weird.
so. He said,
quote.
"I'm convinced we have the worst ping in the league
Interesting.
and the worst servers."
They better be
and-
frying. No, but I do.
So, yeah.
I do think without NYSL there, they need a top 3 minimum.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is their time. They've been given a kind of a little lucky break here, but also I feel like they've put a little bit more pressure on their shoulders by talking about LAN the entire time, and now it's coming to LAN. I just hope they show up.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a definite possibility that they will be really good.
Oh, any
I just hope that they do.
any given Sunday.
Yeah,
any team
absolutely.
can come out frying, but for them, like you said, I think it's a big showing.
Yeah, it is.
For
It is
sure.
a big showing. But yeah, there's a lot of teams that I think are gonna struggle.
Damn.
Obviously in like the lower part of the bracket, in the elimination bracket. I'm surprised Mutineers actually were in the elimination bracket. Such a tough little
Are they in the losers bracket?
Yeah, because
wow.
because they were at a tiebreaker with Dallas. Wow. And Dallas got in.
Dallas kind of like started.
Because Ultra.
Yeah, Dallas started turning up a little bit. Dallas did okay. They did all right. I don't think it's great, but they did all right.
Yeah.
Man, that's tough. I feel like Mutineers had like 2 upsets this season, like leading into it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, they did. They were doing really well. Well, hey, look, they can make a really cool run. So there's that. But yeah, I mean, there's not a huge amount left to say about it. I mean, I've literally spoken about it all week. I literally feel like I've said the word LAN 1,000 million times, but I'm really excited to watch it happen.
Yeah. Have a lot to talk about after.
It's just going to be really cool seeing the players not on like little face cams and not their foreheads and stuff, and like actually like reacting in live time and reacting to each other and across from the stage to each other. I mean, who knows? They might go a bit nuts. They might go a bit wild.
Crim and not that we're like drama alert here, but Crim and Formal, talking that smack back and forth on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Round 1 matchup.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
I'll be honest. I feel
tea.
bad for Dallas because I think it's bad for Dallas because I think it's gonna go pretty bad for them.
Yeah.
I think Optic will probably end up thrashing them,
especially in that matchup.
I'm excited to see LAN back. We'll have a lot more to talk about for Call of Duty next week. Obviously, it's a cool thing about breaking it up about Halo today because there's a lot to talk about Halo and
there's a lot to talk about next week where there's not as much next week to talk about Halo. Yeah.
Main thing I'm excited about for LAN.
Yeah.
Players' emotions being back into it. Like really, you're back on a LAN event now. Like this is, and then the other thing, being 100% honest, just the excuses.
Yeah.
I can't stand. Oh my God.
There's going to be an even playing field now with no excuses whatsoever.
And I get it. Like I'm the same.
Apart from
me.
New York.
No, but you know me. Like I'm the same. Like I'm punching the air over Halo 5 servers. And,
yeah, of course. But it comes with it's a part and parcel.
Exactly.
Isn't it?
With gaming. In a nutshell.
But like there is no excuses now. It's like now it's like okay, now here we go.
Exactly.
Apart from New York, I do think they do have an excuse. It's been very rough for them the past couple of weeks, and then 2 days before it's like oh damn, this sucks. But another thing that I think it affects a lot is like veterans. Like they're coming back to LAN. Like they're not used to the online competition. Like they don't compete online like they were used to LAN. Like they have for so many years they have been competing like formally on LAN. Like that's what they do. That's where the time shines. That's where the magic happens for them. I wouldn't say it's like online. So I think it's cool that they're going to be coming back into their own like environment that they're used to. And I think like mentality wise, I think it's like a reset for all of the players too. I think this will be like a really fun, I think their passion and love for everything will come back because there was just been so much negativity over like online.
It's been a tough year.
It really has, like
tough
so much
2 years.
Negativity about like this and servers and online and all this and so much BS. But I know some of it is like legit and stuff. It's just like now you could get what you want.
Yeah, I don't buy into the whole veteran thing. I don't. I'll just say it. I don't, because it's like, do you want to win or don't you want to win? Like, because you're not playing on LAN, you don't care whether you win or not. And don't get me wrong, like, there's definitely, when you're practicing online, there's definitely some of that realization of like, well, shit, sometimes it's just not going to go our way.
Yeah.
But when you're in the middle of what was going on this past, I guess 2 years, you could say now, Jesus. Well, year and a half. I mean, what, you're not ready for your league matches? Because
no, that's not what I'm saying.
No,
then.
it's not what you're saying, but it's what other people are saying.
Yeah, no, and I don't. Let me explain what I mean about it, because I do think this, and I think this because of a personal experience of my own.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, I'm just going to put it into like a lacrosse perspective so that I can understand it.
I got you.
And see what you think. But like, for example, like we used to play like training games with opposition teams on like training pitches, like training Astro pitches, very, very enclosed, small, no windows, nothing, no air, like, it was small and whatever. And it was like just half a field and whatever. And we play them, and the competition, like, you want to win, like, I want to win, and we do want to win, but it was not the same as going to a stadium filled with people, or just like a massive stadium where you have all the bells and whistles that you need, and you're in a massive space running around, and it just feels different. Like, so from that aspect, if I was stuck in that enclosed area for over a year, a year and a half, nearly 2 years, I think I would have like a reaction to coming back to play the real thing again.
I agree. I agree. The way you explain that, no, I agree for sure. I just don't think it's
especially if you're used to it.
I just don't think it's an excuse to be bad.
No,
all I was commenting on.
I do not think it's an excuse to be bad.
I see like Slasher and Slacked, and to Slasher's credit, he came on for LA Thieves and he had a great series versus I can't think of off the top of my head who they played against, but whatever. But to Slacked and Slasher, they were like talking about LAN and all that stuff, but like on LAN they didn't do good in MW, and then online they weren't doing good in MW, and it's like different teams with both not doing good. Yeah, exactly. So it's like just excuse. But I do agree with you. The vibe will be different. Yeah, and for some of those guys, the veterans coming in, it's gonna be a breath of fresh air of being back at the end of the day.
I agree. I think it will be a breath of fresh air. Well, I'm very excited to see the results. I'm very excited to see it play out. I'll be on the screen all week long, despite not being there. So don't fret too much, folks. You'll still see us. We'll still be all over your screens like normal, delivering all the goods. But should we move on to Halo Infinite? Because I'm very excited.
Absolutely.
I'm very excited. So, little nugget of information for you guys. When this was all being played out on E3 on Twitch, I wanted to see PJ's reaction so bad that I opened his door to his gaming room and I sat outside of the gaming room with the door open so I could see him on my phone watching on Twitch and then watching his reaction as well, on the floor.
Isn't she adorable?
I was very excited to see what he thought and like watch it with him, but without being on the stream. So P, what do you think?
Well, so there's a couple different things to take away from it. E3 sucked somewhat, and I was disappointed, and I understand why, because the whole thing with E3 is there's only a certain amount of time you get. So the E3 trailer like really didn't do much for me. I was like, great, like you really didn't show anything. You saw a little bit. There was a lot to take away from it, like gameplay wise, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't say I felt tremendously excited, because I was really, really hoping for a beta announcement. Like, when is it going to happen that we're going to play this thing? And then there's no official release date announcement either. So I'm like, oh man, wow, this sucks. But I will say, trying to stay positive about it, and you obviously helped me a lot with that, because I was kind of like, I wouldn't say I was negative all day. I was just felt like meh all day about it. But then the next day they had their multiplayer overview video drop on YouTube.
Thank the God.
Yeah, and that is the first time that I actually felt like super excited. Like seeing the game, I was like, oh yeah, like I'm pumped to play this now, because there's just so much info in it, so much to dive through. It talked about what they're doing, and like, don't get me wrong, like there's stuff in it that you're like, I don't know if that'll work in competitive or not. But the good news is the game is real. It looks really good. It looks fun. The customization is sick. Free to play has been known for a while, so like I love free to play. But just looks fun. Just looks fun. The customization is going to be awesome.
Yeah,
and,
that's sick.
You know, like how in depth you can go to the customization is going to be so cool.
I can't wait to see what you cook up in that.
Yeah.
You love a bit of customization.
Yeah. But it's funny because I love customization, but then like when I'm playing, I usually just do like default armor because I don't want to be like identified as who I am, you know. But that's just.
But I think when you play for fun, casual,
exactly.
yeah.
But no, I'm really really excited. I still am bummed out about not having a date for anything, but yeah, after seeing the multiplayer overview, like just pumped and ready to go.
I think with obviously like no beta date or anything like that, I think obviously I know it's disheartening because for you it's like you want to plan and you want to know and you want to prepare and just live your life, and it is hard, and I do understand that. And I think the one silver lining for it, I think for you as well, is that it could have been way worse. You could have had no multiplayer reveal whatsoever. It could not have been done in time. It might not have been ready and got absolutely nothing. So I guess we just take it with a pinch of salt and be like, okay, we've got something. Now you know what kind of you're getting. And I think the multiplayer like deep dive was great afterwards. Like thank goodness for that. You know,
it had 1.5 million views.
I'm not surprised.
In 24 hours with like 98% like ratio.
Yeah.
And it was #1 trending.
Yeah, that's huge.
YouTube.
That is huge.
How crazy is that?
Yeah. I mean, just shows them like, hey, people really want to know this.
I tweeted this, and you could tell me if you disagree. Halo is the one game that almost, I say nearly everybody wants to succeed. Like everyone wants to, because for a lot of people in esports, it played a big part of esports.
Yeah.
So people see it and they're like, it's just funny because like, I feel like it's so rare for a title. Like most titles, like, okay, like, you know, let's say Valorant, like, you know, Valorant was coming out and it was like, oh, it's gonna be a cool new game to play, but like this is before there's like a Send Valorant team, and I'm even on Sentinels. Like, you heard about Valorant, you're like, oh, that'll be fun to play, but I wasn't sitting there like, oh man, I hope they do a sick esports scene and all this stuff, you know. And maybe that's because I'm not unbelievably involved in it, but you know, you have like E3 comes out with Halo Infinite, and you have like Nick Merckx tweeting about it, Dr. Disrespect tweeting about it, Courage, like, you know, you got all the, like, some of the other OGs, like, that have just been around gaming forever, and it's like,
it gets major traction.
It's just such a rare thing in gaming that, like, it brings kind of, like, everyone together, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And I think it's because it's one of the originals.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of the originals. Like, the first game I ever picked up is Halo 3. First game ever. Before COD, before Modern Warfare 2, that is what my next one was. Like, me and my brother picked up Halo 3. Yeah. That was it.
That's
like,
it's just so cool.
Split screen, campaign, me and Jake, me definitely, like, you know, when we played 1v1s and stuff, definitely screen watching. I mean, it just, you know, it's just, it's people's childhoods. It's people's first loves. It's people's.
It's what made people enjoy gaming for a lot of people.
For a lot of people,
that's
exactly.
You know, it's what made you fall in love with gaming.
They want it to succeed in this day and age too. They don't want it to just be something of the past that goes to the past. I got to say though, I was really excited about a few things that I saw. Like something like obviously customization was so sick. Mm-hmm. I love seeing some of the weapons. Yeah, that was really interesting and super intriguing because I knew something like new was definitely going to come. I mean,
you saw some new weapons in there. Yeah,
but I also, something that I thought like competitive wise that's a game changer was the fact you can take like your camo, your power ups, and put them in an arsenal and use them later on. That to me is so freaking cool.
Yeah,
what did you think of that?
It's going to be really interesting. So I was talking to my stream about this today. I love the idea of it, but the only thing that I want, the only thing that I want adjusted, if it's possible, is like, so when you go to grab it, like say it's the start of, do you remember like Empire Strongholds? Yeah. Okay, say it's the start of Empire, and like someone rushes the overshield, and they try to grab it. Yeah. I want you to be able to burn the overshield. Right now, if it stays as is, I don't think you can burn an overshield or camo. It just will constantly keep dropping on the ground. Right. Which is really weird for like Halo starting strats. But you know, like I tell people this all the time because people in my stream are saying like, I hate it, you know, whatever. And I was just like, just wait to play it. Wait to play it, and then we'll decide. Because the inventory thing makes sense as to why you can't burn it. If I choose to store it in my inventory, and when I would go to use it, if you killed me while I was going to use it and I burned it, then that's really not a punishment to me. you know, but they make it a punishing thing where, okay, you're going to store in your inventory, right? But if you die with it before you use it or while you're going to use it, you're going to drop it and give it to them.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So that, like, the reason why they have that feature in is to punish people who store in their inventory and are risky with it, which it makes sense.
It does make sense.
But then for the typical Halo, what everyone knows, burning overshield is always like a given. Like burning overshields, I don't know how to, and camos, like when you first go to pick it up. So it'll just be interesting if that changes in the beta, or if we can maybe, my perfect world, honestly, without playing it, so we'll have to see, but make it so if you go to instantly pick it up, like it's on its spawn point and you go to instantly pick it up, you can burn it. And then if you store in your inventory, you just drop it. I think that's the best of both worlds. But I think it makes really interesting strategies. It's gonna be something really completely different. I personally don't have a problem yet with it.
Yeah, I wonder how many spawns they will have as well, like spawn time for new ones as well. Because like, imagine if you had like a few just dropped over the map in certain places, and there's like a bunch of freaking cameras.
I'm not particularly worried about it. People were worried about that. People said the exact same thing that you just did about like too many spawning and like hoarding them.
Yeah.
But the reality of it is, when you're playing a game, the chances that you're not,
but you're getting killed so much.
Exactly.
If you're gonna burn,
you're just gonna keep dropping it over and over and over.
I agree with you. I do think that they should be burnt. I do.
If you go to pick it up instantly, like if it's on a spawn point and you go to pick it up and you're gonna instantly do it and they kill you, it's a burn.
Yeah.
If you store in your inventory, without playing it yet, I don't have a problem with the drop, because the dropping thing with the inventory makes sense because it's a punishment.
Yeah.
If I'm in a gunfight with you, right?
Yeah. No,
and I know you're gonna kill me, so I go to try to pop the OV. If I burnt it when you killed me, it's not really a punishment. I got to burn the OV no matter what. But because I stored it and you kill me,
you drop it.
I drop it, and you get it, and you can use it. But it's just the instant thing that needs to, I think, be adjusted.
Yeah, or maybe they will think that that makes a bit more sense competitively as well.
It could be that way already, and we'd have no idea.
Yeah,
and that's why I just tell
Who
people,
knows?
don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Battle Pass is dope. You see that?
Yeah.
You can go back to old Battle Passes.
That's so cool. That hasn't been done anywhere.
No, I think it's done in MCC right now, but like it's not. MCC right now is just like a free to play. No, I'm sorry, it's not free to play. MCC Battle Pass is a just like progression, like it's free. There's no pay, you don't pay for it or anything like that. Yeah. So now you'll be able to go back.
I need to rewatch some of the multiplayer.
You have to
explanation
dive through it
again. But can you?
I've watched it 20 times, like probably 30. I'm not sure.
Can you grapple hook power ups?
Yeah, power ups, weapons, ceilings, everything. Which I'm worried about for competitive, but at the same time, I'm not writing it off until I use it, because I think.
And does everyone have a grapple hook?
No, it's an equipment. It's an equipment item, so you'll have to play for it on the map, which is why I think it could work in competitive. Like if there's only one on the map and you have to play for it, it could be cool. There's also a chance it's super cheesy because players are gonna break the game using it.
Yeah.
Like just go into ridiculous spots that are inevitably gonna have to be banned. Like barriered or banned, and it just creates a weird, you know.
It's still kind of cool though.
Yeah.
Still
for a
cool.
Casual standpoint, the grapple is just gonna be fun as hell. Like you're just gonna be zipping around, you know. You're gonna grab it. You're gonna grapple, snipe to yourself, and like you
grapple
know,
the sniper and just like yo.
Yeah, I mean, you saw the multiplayer thing.
Can you grapple people? Can you grapple?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's sick. And then could you grapple someone and assassinate them?
They didn't do it in this clip, but like I guess you probably could. I mean,
that's kind of sick.
You person would have to be a bot to be like grappled and like not be able to turn around unless that's the function. You can't move.
Yeah, or maybe you can't move. It's like an animation.
That'd be kind of broken. But to be fair, if you only get one use, then that's your use. You know,
you can only use it one time.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Oh wow, so you can only grapple once?
Yeah, so
I'd be whiffing everywhere.
It's an equipment item on the map, which is the same. Like, you know, you played Halo 3. If you remember when we played like duos and stuff, the power drain, bubble shield. It's an equipment item, so you use it one time. This is what I interpret, at least, as an equipment item. You use it once and it's done.
I don't think it'll be that broken then, because if you can only use it one time, it shouldn't be a problem, especially if they like realize some of the areas that maybe need a little bit more filtering.
But that's why you wait and see.
Yeah.
Because people are freaking out. Oh my God, it's going to be so cheesy, whatever. It's like, it could literally be the sickest thing you've ever seen. And
it won't be that cheesy. I felt like if you had only a certain amount of grapples, but the fact you have one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. I think it's one. That's what I think. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe it's like, maybe you have a couple charges, like
three.
Yeah,
yeah. 3, and then if you die with it, you drop it.
Yeah.
You know, the person could pick it up.
Yeah.
Which
like
still wouldn't be terrible. But you just gotta play it and find out.
What about some of the guns that are like the railgun that like disintegrates people?
Yeah, I'm worried about it. I've tried to like detach myself from the over critiquing of stuff, because it's hard not to. It's pre-alpha.
Yeah, no, I know. So, it's just hard not to, because it's only sneak peek we've ever had.
It's hard not to. Like the storm rifle you saw, I don't know if you remember. The storm rifle. It deleted a guy in like 0.25 seconds.
Yeah, I literally saw it, and I remember your reaction to seeing it in the E3 reveal, and you go, "Well, they haven't done anything to the storm rifle."
Yeah, no, literally. But obviously over critiquing is going to come with the territory of watching it and all that stuff. It's just hard not to. It's impossible not to. But this is. Again, I continue to tell everyone, and my mindset with it is just wait to play it. And then the only thing that you can hope is that they do something that they've never done before, at least to me, and just listen. Because when I tell you it's broken, it's fucking broken.
Like, obviously, your career has been really, you obviously have had an incredible career through a couple of Halo titles now, for a few. But you really excelled in Halo 5, and I'm pretty damn sure you've said once or twice that Halo 5 is your favorite Halo to play.
Yeah, especially lately, or like recent for sure.
So with that in mind, what do you think of just like the overall vibe of what you've got from what you have been given? What is your vibe about it? Do you feel like it's like the first time when you ever saw Halo 5? Are you excited about like how the vibe of the game feels, how it looks? Like, are you like, okay, this actually looks like it could be a pretty damn good game?
Yeah. I don't know, because like, funny enough, I hated Halo 5 when it was in the beta.
Right.
I didn't play it. I just like, because we had a tournament coming up for Halo 2 Anniversary. There was like sprint and thrusting and all kinds of weird stuff, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm just not gonna worry about this. Yeah, to my credit, we had a tournament in another game, so I was like, I played it like 1 or 2 games, and I was like, what's this? And just kind of like was like, I'm just gonna leave this. Like I got other stuff to worry about. And then it turned into one of my favorite games. But the beta was different than the game that came out. It was very different. So the vibe of it to me. And, if you're listening to this, feel free to comment. I really liked it because it kind of reminds me of like H3/Reach plus H5. That's kind of the vibe I got. And I don't know whether that's fair or not, but like just looking at it, I was like, okay, like it looks kind of Halo 5, like new. And they literally talk about this, like trying to blend the old with the new. And it's like, I don't know, like without playing it, I'm not 100%, but just like, it kind of just gave me that feel. And like, I won't know it until I play it though. But I'll tell you what, I'm definitely going to be playing this beta. That's for sure.
Oh, of course. Who isn't? I feel like it's a lot more colorful.
Yeah.
Like I think the animations of like of the guns, especially some of like the special guns, like the rifles, stuff like that. I've got to say, they look so much more colourful, like just the way that they execute.
Yeah, visually,
it is visually really, much more colourful and kind of like vibrant and explosive. And I feel like the camo is more explosive, and just the nades are just more colour. Like just everything seems a little bit more sci-fi.
It needs to be toned down a little bit because like of the shields breaking, for example, like the lens flare on it was like insane.
Yes, exactly.
But
I saw that.
It needs to be turned down, but
I think it was just for effect. Maybe.
No, it was a there's no HUD in the game. It was a cinematic thing. So. I'm just excited to play it. We'll see what the vibe is really like. One of my favorite things that they're doing is doing player outlines. Red versus blue, it's going to be no more. And you will be able to rock your own Spartan now. And you will be able to choose what outline you want the person to be, which I think is really cool.
That is cool.
Which people have like mixed feelings about red versus blue being gone. But like, I just kind of like, it's like, I get it, like old stuff, like the old stuff is cool, but it's like, let's just like adapt.
You can move on.
Yeah, you can move on
from stuff. I mean, like not everything has to stay the same. And I think if it didn't move on, then there would be no progression. There would be no true progression. It's, and I understand the whole saying, like, if it's not broke, don't fix it, whatever. And I know people do love the red and blue. And I think it's an OG thing to love.
I tell people it's broken.
I know.
It's broken. We're not on the top spot. We're not doing amazing by any means. The hope is Halo Infinite, and they're doing stuff different. And you might not love that, and I get it because it's not your typical stuff that you love. But at the end of the day, I like some of the switch ups that they're doing because it's in line with some of the better tier things that are going on in games. Like red, because like even red versus blue, like sometimes it's hard to like see people on the map. Like Coliseum, back in like Coliseum on Halo 5, if someone was like in the back of their base and they're a blue team and you're a red team, it's like hard to see them. But now I could toss on a yellow player outline and I should hopefully be able to see you visually a lot easier. What do you got there?
I'm looking at the multiplayer overview.
Let's just like randomly started watching the multiplayer overview.
While we're talking about it, it's just nice to have it on in the background. What do you think of like the sneak peek of some of the places where they're playing? Like for example, like any potential maps.
I'm concerned about the maps.
Out. Yeah,
I'm concerned about the maps, but it's pre-release and I'm just gonna try to
work with it.
Especially because like I feel like they were showcasing a lot of like big team battle stuff with like vehicles and all kinds of stuff. So competitively though, like I didn't really see a map that I'm like, oh, that would be dope competitively. At the same time, it's like, okay.
What do you think of the vehicle burn time?
Vehicle burn time?
You didn't see that? The vehicles burn?
Oh, yeah. I saw it, but like I did hear
and you can put your loot in the back of them.
I skip over those parts for the most part.
Well, I'm going to definitely be like more of a casual.
No, I don't actually skip over it, but you know what it is when I'm streaming, I know we're talking about vehicles and like I'll go and like talk to my stream way more and be more active with my chat like while something like that's coming up because it just doesn't pertain to me. Not to be like rude to them and not care about their project, but for me, obviously, it's just not something that has a whole lot to do with me.
Yeah, of course. I totally understand that. I think it'll definitely be like interesting to see what they do with the maps. I mean, don't be mean to the warthogs, okay? Because we need some.
People love big team battle. I'm all for it. I'm not roasting it. I'm not roasting it. It just doesn't. I
like it too.
It just doesn't pertain to me as much.
Of course it doesn't, because it's different. It's different for you. It's a career. Mm-hmm. I'm pleasantly surprised. I've got to say.
A lot of people were.
And it was nice to see so much positivity.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Like I think I actually saw a tweet from somebody who. Honestly, it's terrible, but I can't remember what their job was on Halo Infinite. Yeah, but he was he's like 1 hour post E3. I am sat here crying. Yeah, he's like, because I cannot believe that how much positivity I'm seeing over our reveal. He was like, I didn't think this day would ever come, and I was just like, wow, yeah, good
for them. A lot of hard work. Yeah. A year delay. You got a lot of shit for a year delay in a time that, by the way, a lot of people were doing it because of hard times. I'm hopeful. I'm going to stay optimistic and cautious all at the same time. But, I'm good. We got some good times. We got some good times coming. And I think that's the focus. Now just tell me when the hell the beta is so I can play the game. All right.
Just between me and you, just between all of us listening, just let us know. Let us know when. When is it?
They won't give up anything.
No, I know.
They won't give up one thing. I've tried many times.
Yeah, it's
I just want to, because and you know this about me, and we can wrap this up. But I'm just like a more organized person, and it stresses me out not being able to plan my life, my profession, and just anything to do with it. Like your parents are hopefully going to be coming over here, whenever they can actually travel to the US from the UK, and like I don't know, like I can't explain the like stress I for some reason have with it, that I just don't feel like I know what my days are going to be like when they get here, because I have like a weird, like I feel bad because like I can't make plans kind of thing. I don't want to be that, I know. But like it's my profession, so I don't have an option. And you know that, and like I'm really lucky that you know that, and you just support me doing anything I need to. But like
well, I'm fully prepared to like not cater to whatever you need. You know what I mean? It. Like wet wipes under the armpits, you don't have to shower, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like bringing the food in, spoon feeding you, so you don't have to leave your hands off the controller.
So I can keep practicing.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll brush your hair, brush your teeth. I got you, babes. I have you. I've got you.
I appreciate that. Nah, but you get it because you know how I am when it comes to being organized. It's funny because I wouldn't say I'm an unbelievable organized person, but when it comes to streaming and gaming, like my job, I think I am pretty organized.
I think you are.
But like outside of that, I wouldn't say. I'd say I'm pretty chill. Besides that, would you?
Yeah, you are very chill, but I just think it's when stuff matters. Like
Yeah.
it's and it's also, I think it's something that people would also understand. Like, doesn't everyone want to know when they've got to go to work?
Yeah, I had people in my chat when I was talking about, because I was like venting about it. I was like, I'm really excited about the beta, but I'm bummed because I feel like, like it's just hard not being able to plan your life. And people are like, just live your life. Like, don't worry about like, just, you can't sit around. I'm like, no, like that's how you lose your job. If I did that, if I just like was like, hey guys, like, sorry, oh shit, sorry, can't play the beta. I booked a trip to over here, with lots of parents. We haven't seen them in 2 years, so that's why we're doing it. But
It's not just as simple as just live your life though, because
Nope.
it's your job, it's your entire world. If you don't do well at this, you don't get paid.
Yep.
It's like, it is literally that simple. It's not like you show up and you get paid. It's different.
Like I want to do it, obviously.
Yeah, but no, exactly. But also, and a lot of people got to realize you waited 6 years for this.
Yeah.
So
It's more like 3. It's 3.
Yeah.
It is, because like since November of 2018, it was like, okay, what are we gonna go do now?
Yeah, that's true.
And they're like, oh, you're playing Halo 3 again. I'm like, oh my god, okay. And then they're like, oh, you're playing H2A again. I'm like, shit. But then they were like, oh, H2A is gonna be the last thing. And I was like, oh, okay. And then they're like, you're playing Reach again. And I was, oh damn. They're like, oh, but it's okay. It's coming. And then it got delayed, and they're like, all right, you're back on Halo 5 again. So it's
You're
been,
like, oh my god.
it's been, we went full circle from 2018, to say the least.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, the time is coming. The time is near. So
is.
don't worry too much. It's gonna happen.
It is indeed.
Let us know what you guys think of Halo Infinite, what you think of the reveal, what you think of the multiplayer overview that was released as well.
Go
which
give it a
gives
watch if you haven't.
A lot more insight. Yeah, it gives a lot more insight.
14-minute video.
Into how they build it and how, we kind of what we're expecting here so far. But yeah, really cool. We finally have something, folks. We finally have something. We're so excited about it. I can't wait for the beta to be released. I know that PJ definitely can't wait, if you couldn't tell. But yeah, let us know what you think of it. Today's been a bit of a short episode, to be honest, just because, things are a bit cray-cray. Obviously, there's not a huge amount to talk about. But yeah, let us know what you think. Let us know if you have any questions, actually, as well, because we can answer those in the next podcast as well. I would like to share with you guys that we put up our doggy paddle pool today in the yard just for a little bit in between. I had a couple meetings and an radio interview to do, and in between that we put up our doggy paddle pool, and Bailey, our border collie puppy, was loving life in this doggy paddle pool. I was so happy. She was diving in, jumping in, fishing out grass and some treats we'd thrown in as well to encourage, and she's been loving it. I just thought that would make people smile because it makes me smile. But yeah, so I hope everybody's doing really well though and having a great week. I hope you're excited for us to be back to normal next week, because we're going to be back in our new space. We're very excited to use a new space as well, with all the lights and the cameras and the backdrop, and the fact it's our own studio space for the podcast. We're leveling up here, people. We're leveling up. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. Short but sweet. We love you guys. We appreciate you. Have an incredible rest of your week. Happy Wednesday. And we will see you guys for another episode next week as per usual. And as always, stay on the grind.